All right, good morning again, everyone. This is Nick Petro at the National Weather Service in Raleigh with your weekly impact weather briefing for Central North Carolina. This briefing covers the period today through the 19th of August, 2018. So before I begin with the weather briefing, I just wanted to remind everybody, or perhaps maybe this might have been the first time you see this, but anyway, NOAA issued its 2018 Atlantic Hurricane Season Outlook update just a few days ago, back on August the 9th. And as you can see here, this update now shows that the NOAA and the experts at the Climate Prediction Center believe that the activity, overall activity for the 2018 hurricane season will be below normal, or at least a 60% chance of it being below normal. So the percentage chance of a below normal season back in May when this forecast first came out was about 25%. So that's a big jump from where we had been. So now there's an expectation of 9 to 13 named storms, 4 to 7 of which are expected to become hurricanes, and 0 to 2 major hurricanes expected for the rest of the hurricane season. Of course, we've already had 4 named storms, 2 of which became hurricanes, and that's where we're at right now for the 2018 season. Remember, an average season is 12, 6, and 3. 12 named storms, 6 hurricanes, 3 major hurricanes. So you can see this latest update to the 2018 Atlantic Hurricane Season Outlook would suggest perhaps below normal activity. So I just want to remind folks, though, that this is an outlook for overall season activity. It's not a landfall forecast. So landfalls are largely determined by short-term weather patterns, which are only predictable within about 1 week of a storm potentially reaching a coastline. So the key thing to take away here is that we're not out of the woods. We still are moving into the peak of the season. And remember, we always say it only takes 1 storm. So it doesn't really matter if it's above average, below average, or average season, if it only takes 1 storm to kind of wreak havoc and devastation on an area. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share this to kick off the weekly briefing. All right, so what about the weather pattern? Certainly, this week might offer just a little bit less rain than we've been having. We've got a boundary that's moving across the area now, an upper level weather disturbance basically over the Ohio Valley. That'll probably produce some showers and thunderstorms, perhaps mainly to our north and then an area to our east later today. So rain chances today are about 25%. We'll call it isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. But as we head into the midweek period and that boundary shifts to our east and we get into a little bit of a drier overall atmosphere and high pressure just to our north building in, look for a decrease in the chances for rain. We're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday. So, and also during that time, with plenty of sunshine, it'll be getting a degree or so warmer each day as we head through that period. Then as we get into the late week period, the next weather disturbance will be passing by to our north across the Ohio Valley, up across and into the Great Lakes. And a front will be approaching from the north, and that'll set us up for increased rain chances Friday into Saturday and maybe even to Sunday, depending on the timing of this weather system that's expected during the late week period. So as we turn our attention now to the severe thunderstorm potential, it looks like the best chances for any severe thunderstorms today will be to our north up in Virginia, associated with where that upper level low is located, and then to our east along the coast closer to the boundary. Again, we can't rule out general thunderstorms, but right now across central North Carolina, but we're not really expecting any severe thunderstorm activity. In fact, not only today, but also Tuesday and Wednesday for the severe thunderstorm potential. All right. What about rainfall amounts? As I kind of alluded to already, a little bit drier than what we've seen the last week or two. The best chance for rain today will be to our north and to our east. And tomorrow, the best chance for rain well to our east. Wednesday might be dry across a big portion of the state. And then as we head toward late week, perhaps those rain chances creeping back up. All in all, when you look at the 7-day total, and on this particular slide, we're looking at the lower right portion of the slide, you can see those numbers there are lesser in terms of total week-long precipitation than we've had last week or the week before. So it won't be rain-free. I can promise you that, but it should be lesser amounts in general than we've had more recently. All right, so that's the precip outlook. Tropics for now are quiet. There is a disturbed weather out in the middle of the Atlantic, but that's not a concern for North Carolina. So we're in good shape here for the next week as it relates to tropical activity. And then looking ahead to next week, the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center shows temperatures, or at least the odds for above normal temperatures, and odds favoring near to above normal precipitation. Anyway, looks like while we are going to see a little break in the rain chances as we head through midweek, certainly it's still going to be hot, and particularly for the latter portion of the week, and then, as these graphs would suggest, perhaps even in the next week could remain hot. All right, so here's a summary. Isolated thunderstorms are possible today, then a drier forecast for the midweek period. Increased rain chances will return for week's end and over the weekend. And then above normal temperatures will be back in the forecast from midweek on, perhaps even into next week, as that graphic from the Climate Prediction Center suggested. No tropical weather concerns right now for North Carolina. And speaking of tropics, NOAA's updated seasonal outlook now suggests better odds for a below normal hurricane season in terms of the number of named storms. However, as we always say, we should never let our guard down, because it only takes one storm. All right, so that is the weekly impact weather briefing for Central North Carolina.